Hey, good morning. Here is the a wake up call. Something you guys all know, but needs to be called out because there seems to be a bit of confusion on this one. There's the argument back and forth if it's the state needs to change, these laws, marriage laws, whatever they are, these laws. The state needs to do that for the population to whatever, get better. And while that may be true, what is going to prompt the state to do that? Like what? What is going to do that? What mechanism is going to prompt the state to do that? We right now are funding our own demise. You find out that tons of government money is going to programs like, all those groups that you can't name on YouTube. It's your taxpayer dollars that are funding those groups that put out the propaganda to change the population to make you, as a man, weaker. And we vote for that. It's freaking insane, right? It's freaking insane. Oh, you could just take away the women's right to vote and to fix everything. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think that'll do the case. Um, that won't fix anything either. It'll probably help, but it won't fix it. What will fix it is the most uncomfortable thing that you guys have to do. The most uncomfortable thing that you can do. You can blame it and come back, well, we're trying to elect this guy, we did this, and we were trying to cut this, and we're cutting this. None of that will make a difference in the long run. It's all just like, I don't even know what to equate it to. It's like paddling upriver at the same speed and always being in the same space, in the same place. It's like you're working really hard, but somehow you end up in the same place or just a little further back. Like that's the kind of battle that is occurring when you're funding your own demise. You're funding, studies to come out that says, oh, well, men go to the gym, it might be become right wingers, and it's not actually good for you, and it causes health problems. You got to eat this diet that World Health Organization says is good, and do these things because they're good. And if you do these things, you're funding your own propaganda machine, funding it like it's being funded by me, by you, by everybody. So the most uncomfortable thing to do to fix that is it starts with you. Not necessarily you as an individual, like solely by yourself. I mean, I guess in a particular way it does, but you can't just be conservative or Christian or Catholic or have conservative values in your own tiny little silo by yourself. Like the gospel is meant to be spread, meant to be shared. This also means you have to do really uncomfortable things, right? Because everything, if you want the top to change, it has to be a groundswell, because that'll force the people that are over you, that you are voting for, to scratch their head a little bit and say, well, if I want my constituency to vote for me, or I want my constituency to have respect for me, I have to start playing by a different set of rules, a set of moral rules. I don't have to, I'm not playing by, whatever, big farmers rules or big foods rules or whatever it might be. You know what I'm saying, guys? Or the divorce industry's rules, or feminism's rules, or LGBT whatever rules, or you know what I mean? They're playing by those sets of rules right now because that group has gotten very good at making a stink, and that they are also heavily funded by our tax dollars, right? All right, so check this out. So it starts at the home. It starts at the home, and it starts with you as the father, as the man. If you're getting married, like same difference, it's going to start with you. Like everything starts with you. So if you want society to be reordered, you got to reorder you. You got to reorder your friendships. You got to reorder how you live your life, how you worship God, the values that you have, the people that you have in your life, the things that you tolerate in your life and from the people around you, and the things that you do not tolerate. There's this wild, insane misconception that that good is just turning a blind eye to everything. And they're misconstruing the gospel message. They're misconstruing the words of Christ. Christ didn't tolerate everything. Go read the Gospels. And it starts with you guys too. Like, go pick yourself up a copy of the Douay Rheims Bible. You could flip to the back and just read the Gospels. Read the Gospels. You can go grab the Baltimore Catechism, number 4, and just read the explanations. Read why. Read why we say the things that we do, why we worship the way that we worship, like why all the stuff. And you'll understand very quickly. You'll understand that, as Christ said, he didn't come here to make a hippy-dippyville. That's not Jesus. That's not real. That's not, like, if your idea of Jesus is like all loving hippie and flip-flops, like, that is a modern era heresy. It's a bad idea, and it was propagated probably by your tax dollars to make you weak. For real, not joking. It was done by specific groups aimed to weaken you. Why do they want to weaken you? They could weaken you. They could weaken the family. It makes everybody slaves to this phone, slaves to their corporate jobs, slaves to Starbucks, slaves to Walmart, slaves to everything. You become a slave. That's scary, man. That's super scary. So what I urge you guys to do is to, instead of let me just sidetrack for 1 second. So when you like put the blame on they, and you don't take any individual responsibility, how you're governing your household, how you're governing your realm, how you're governing your life, and you just point fingers outwards, you're just playing the blame game. And what that equals is the most detestable thing that a man can do, which is being a victim. It's disgusting. For men, it's the grossest thing. If you start having that victimhood mentality, I would strongly advise you to see it, recognize it, and find it weak, disgusting, and detestable. Very, very detestable. So guys, examine the things in your life. Get to the gym. Start governing your lives. Govern your family. You're not going to find this from secular values anywhere. I know that everybody wants that easy way out of like, hey, like I could just live my life this way, but still accept everything and still mix with these people and still be a degenerate and then go to church on Sundays. Like, no, man. It's like, it's 24/7. 7 days a week. It's non-stop obedience and discipline. And when you fail in those obedience and discipline moments, you reflect on that, and then you could go fix it up. Catholics got a cool thing called confession. Fix it right up. Examine that. Examine your day. Go to confession. Fix it up. Because, guys, I know that maybe you think that's a bunch of BS, this whole confession thing. Whatever you think about it, I'll tell you what it does do. When you are forced to make a reflection on your day, the choices that you've made, the things that you omitted, because it's not just about not doing evil, it's about also doing good at the same time, right? And also correcting others appropriately that are in your realm, right? It doesn't mean correcting online. I mean, I guess it could, but not necessarily, right? We're really about governing your tiny unit, your household. What it forces you to do, that confession thing, is review your day, see where you fell short, and make a firm resolution. So you're in a constant state of striving for the narrow road, striving again. So I urge you guys to do that. And your morals and values have to come from outside of you, outside of this phone, outside of this secular life, right? If you're getting your morals and values through your phone or through ChatGPT or through something else, it's retarded. It's so stupid. It's the stupidest thing. I know, man. I know. Listen, I remember being young and I read Ayn Rand and I was like, oh, these are my values. I was retarded. That was so stupid to do. And I get the attraction to having, a secular mind frame. It's attractive because it's easier, because it doesn't call you above. It doesn't engage anything but the five senses. And in order to really govern yourself and govern your family appropriately and live your life appropriately, you have to have everything rolling. The soul, too. The soul has to be involved. It all has to be governed from above. All your words. And then you can start reviewing your day. Where did you misstep? What mistakes did you make? Because your reflection on the family and the kids, it's all right back to you, man. Everyone's watching you. So if you claim to be a Christian and then you're living a pitiful life, you're just embarrassing all of us. You're embarrassing yourself, and you're making a terrible example for the family. It's just perpetuating this nonsense. It starts at the most core basic level, and that's the groundswell that'll change everything above, right? So the government, all that, and it'll never be perfect because it's not supposed to be. Because our souls, right? We want it to be perfect because our souls yearn for that, because our souls are doing what? We're yearning for heaven. You're yearning for heaven. That's why we want to correct everything here. So we want to correct government, correct this, correct that, correct family. It's because we're yearning for perfection. But what does Jesus say? Strive for the narrow road. Strive to be perfect. Like, our job is to strive. Well, we are here. Be a good example for everyone in your realm. Worry about only your realm, and the rest will take care of itself. Because the other thing, last closing piece that I want to say to you is that to worry excessively about war, things, or the government, or all these things. Like, I don't actually worry. I don't like it. I'm not like, it doesn't keep me up at night. I don't have anxiety about it, because what is anxiety? What is worry? What is that? It's a, base for fear. It's also not trusting that God will provide for you. Your job is to just be obedient. Obedience is trust, right? You got to be obedient. You got to trust God. Be obedient to Him. Trust His way. So that's all I have to say, guys. You know the drill. Share, like, and shut your phone off, man. Fix your mind. Shut this phone off. Go grab your Bible. For real. Not joking. So share, subscribe, like, make a comment, grab your Bible, shut your phone off, get off YouTube. See ya.